Welcome in here to If My Team Can't Win, Neither Can Yours edition of Burns and Berman. Well, I thought the Ravens were going to have the most painful loss of the weekend. I really did. I thought the Ravens were going to be the team that everyone was going to be talking about. Man, how did they lose that game? And then your team had to one-up us. So I'll let you start because I know you got things to say. But welcome in here to episode number 130 of Burns and Berman. Go ahead, Burns.
It's actually the exact opposite of what you said. I really have nothing to say because it's just such a shock. Number one, I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to start. It's just
I agree with this. I will say I agree with this.
Yes, it was.
100%.
It was. No, it was lost the entire game. It was lost the entire game.
If there's one thing I think we both agree on watching our collective games yesterday, both of our teams deserve to lose.
Yeah, we both deserve
100%.
The Bears 100,000% deserved to lose. And it was just miserable. It was miserable the way that ended. And Tyreek Stevenson, obviously, if Flus has any accountability, which we have seen from the interviews after the game that he has none, Tyreek Stevenson, I love the guy and he's so damn good. But if you're a real football coach, you're not letting him. I honestly think that you don't play him next week.
But he's been really good this year, correct?
He has been very good. He's been fantastic. But if he's not punished off the field somehow in a different way, he has to be punished. It's not that he wouldn't apologize in front of the whole team this morning.
You can, but I'm saying if he did not take accountability, if he came out and said, like, if he did not take accountability, I would 100% agree with you. In fact, I would say cut him. But the fact that he's taken accountability, how good he is, on top of the fact that your secondary is also kind of banged up, so you can't exactly afford just have a guy like that sit. I can't agree with that.
No, I'm with you on that. It's just you got to do something. You still got to punish him in some way. Because that's just unacceptable. Because it's not just that. It's not just made public. It's not just the last play of the game. It was throughout the entire game. He was getting chippy with everybody. He got like either 1 or 2 penalties for after the play, just stupid shit. And yes, this was also huge.
Massive.
If there were probably 30 plays during that game where I'm like, if Jaquan Brisker was right there, like so many times, you need him out there. You need him. Somehow, that was the worst game that the Bears have played all year. The worst. The defense, incredible still. Incredible. I mean, they let up 485 yards, and before the Hail Mary, 12 total offensive points. You can't ask against one of the hottest offenses.
So they did well in the red zone is what you're saying.
Yes.
For the record, that doesn't mean they had a good day. That means they played well in the red zone.
No, but against one of the hottest units in the offense in the NFL, against one of the hottest offensive units, 12 points throughout a game, you can't ask for much better than that. You can't. And especially when the fourth quarter came around and they were just lights out. Lights out.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm going to be
Caleb didn't look good until the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
the Bears' offense didn't look good until the fourth quarter, besides at the end when DeAndre Swift just –
that was a hell of a play.
And he was gone. Yeah, that was beautiful from Swifty. But I guess handing the ball off to an offensive lineman on the 1-yard line is just really a great idea. Great idea. You know, when they did that
in that situation too.
You know when the 85 Bears did that in the Super Bowl, they had a lead. They were winning.
That's my thing. And you're going to hear me talk about this when I talk about a 4th and 1 decision. It's not necessarily the play call. It's the situational awareness to do it when you did.
Exactly.
Do that in another time.
If we were up by 20, sure, run it. Why not? Let Doug get a big man touchdown.
Or if you're in the first quarter, And you are trying to catch them off guard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
that's fine too.
Because all year it's been setting up every time he's in the game, you have handed it off. It's been that. That's fine. It's the situational awareness to do it when you did was the problem.
You give the ball to Roshan right there and you run it until you score.
Right.
That's what you do. And thank God that we got lucky and we got a stop after that and then went down and scored. And then we gave it to Roshan Johnson on the goal line. And look at what happened. Touchdown. It was perfect.
Yeah.
As it should be. And just this game now on Sunday versus the Arizona Cardinals has become 10 times more important than this Washington Commanders game. You know why?
Absolutely it has.
Because we have seen these Bears teams, especially last year, go through these heartbreaking losses. And they would
get much more heartbreaking than this.
Yeah. They would look flat. They would look flat the next week. Matt Eberflus needs this team to go out there swinging. They need to be out for blood against Arizona next week. And then we'll be like, okay. And because then we got the Cardinals this week. We got the Patriots next week. And then we got divisional play and the 49ers and Seahawks the last 8 weeks of the year. Now, am I really that scared of Green Bay or Minnesota anymore? No, they've looked fucking horrible the past 2 weeks. I'm not about it whatsoever. Detroit, I think that we're going to get murdered by them, if I'm being honest.
Hey,
Detroit,
look, because I'm going to go on my rant about the Ravens, and after that, we talk about the rest of the league. But yeah, Detroit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They're playing just unbelievable. There's no other way to put it. But shitty loss. It happens. We should have lost that game from the beginning. But the Bears have a winning record moving into November.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a positive of it. That hasn't happened in a very long time. And we'll take it. But now keep winning. Win.
I told you this very early in this season. It might have been before. I think it was like during like week 1 or 2. The way I saw the Bears season going.
Yeah.
I saw it being a very positive year in terms of improvement, in terms of things to build on. But at the end of the year, you're going to be 9-8 and miss the playoffs by 1 game.
I can see it turning that way.
And I feel like that's kind of exactly what is shaping up to happen in Chicago. I think this season you're going to look back on as the beginning of the turnaround.
No, it is. It is 100%.
I think this year you're still too young and too raw to see the results this year.
But that's the problem.
I think this is one of those things.
Josh, that's the problem. It's not the young guys. You watch this team, it's not the young guys. The two problems that are holding this Bears team back from watching right now is coaching and the Bears offensive line. Now, Caleb, at the beginning of that game, he says that he doesn't get nervous. He looked nervous. He looked very jumpy, moving around. Everything that he was doing, he looked like a little bit nervous.
You know what he looked like? A rookie.
Yeah, he did. He looked like a rookie.
You got to remember that.
But then once he settled in, he looked like a completely different player.
You know why Jaden Daniels, we've talked about this. You know why Jaden Daniels has looked better than Caleb Williams? Because he's more experienced and he is the age of a 2nd to 3rd year quarterback.
Yeah.
He's supposed to look like that now. Maybe not to this level. I mean, CJ Stroud, the best rookie season of all time, and Jaden Daniels might be even better. So obviously, I'm not trying to discredit what he's doing. It's unbelievable. But my point is, it makes more sense to have him do that than have Caleb do it because Caleb needs time.
Yeah, he's a young kid, man.
All right, now let's talk about the Ravens.
Young buck. Go ahead, dude.
It feels like every loss, this fan base has the same reaction. Fire Harbaugh, our defense sucks, we're terrible, season's over. It's the same reaction every single time. Listen, our defense sucks. It is an out-of-body experience to be a Ravens fan and watch a bad defense. I've never seen it. Yeah. This is the first time I have ever watched my team have a bad defense in my entire life. Ever. We've had below average or whatever, but it's straight bad. And that is brand new to this team. And there needs to be changes made 100%. Yeah. I think pass rush is our biggest problem because our secondary, I think, is too talented to not figure it out. Ravens fans want Zach Orr gone. The man who's 32 years old, 8 weeks into his time as a defensive coordinator, has never done this before, have lost 4 starters on the defense last year, 3 assistant coaches all gone. That's not to say that Zach Orr has done a good job. He has done a terrible job. Let me make that very clear. Yeah. But I would much rather give him the opportunity to fix those problems and develop with the team than making a brash decision on October 28th that our first ever defensive coordinator has not done well. Let's just get rid of him and start again. I don't like that idea at all. I think that would be panicking.
Yeah.
And I don't think this team needs to panic. There's a difference between adjusting, making very necessary changes, and panicking. And I don't think this team needs to panic. Did you not watch the 5 games before yesterday? Mm-hmm. I mean, yesterday sucked.
Say that again.
But I can't get on board with saying we're done now. Like, no. We've been too good. But all of that said, the secondary needs to get better. Yes, we were down Marlon Humphrey. Yes, we were down Nate Wiggins, but it was awful. And do you know who public enemy number 1 in this city is right now, Burns?
Who would that be, Josh?
Your boy, Eddie Jackson.
Oh, yeah. He
is getting destroyed by this fan base right now. Dropped 2 interceptions, gave up the game-winning touchdown. He was awful yesterday. Awful.
Yep.
You know why he played 100% of the snaps? Do you know why?
Why?
Because the Ravens benched Marcus Williams, who has been terrible this year. He's been really bad. He did not play a single snap. Personnel decision. Did not see the field at all. He has the 3rd highest cap hit on this entire team, and he got benched.
That's kind of crazy.
So
that's pretty really crazy. And then you send old man Bojack out there.
But we got our Darius Washington, who I actually think is better than both of them, who did play a good amount yesterday. He played more than he's played recently. If we put our Darius in that position, I think we're fine. I'm fine with benching Marcus Williams the way he's played. And obviously Bojack isn't the answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our Darius can be. We also were down. Travis Jones barely played. He played barely. Brent Urban went down. So, I don't want to panic, but I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, we'll be fine. No, we're not. But I have faith that this team can figure it out for now.
Yeah. We also, the one thing that I wanted to bring up from that game, Josh, because I mean, it's a bit of a dig, but also at the same time, it's kind of funny because there was a graphic that's been brought up on the show by a kid named Josh.
Yeah, they fucking scored 20 points on us.
Multiple times. And now it comes to an end under the reigns of Jameis Winston.
The graphic is dead.
It is dead. Famous Jameis Winston, who said in his postgame, the first 4 letters of my last name is wins.
I didn't even see that.
I don't know if it was in his postgame or
I laughed out loud listening to his pregame interview before the game.
Oh, dude, he's awesome. He's just.
This is now the 2nd year in a row the Browns have a likable quarterback that I can't root for.
Yep.
Now, it's not as painful as it being Joe because that was personal.
Well, they had a really unlikable quarterback. And then
that was ideal because that's very easy to root against for a divisional rival. That's I loved it like that. It was very easy to root against.
And now they have the polar opposite.
Yeah. Here's the one thing I will tell you. The Browns defense, I'm going to give a ton of credit to because the Ravens offense had a pretty good game, but all the mistakes that were made were, with the exception of the Bateman drop, were a lot of Browns defense made some plays. I'm not trying to say Jameis was bad or anything like that, but I'm going to say it was a lot more bad defense than good offense.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, that was brutal. Dude, Zay Flowers, man. Well, no, not Zay Flowers. Lamar Jackson missing Zay Flowers for a wide open touchdown early in the game.
Yeah, he did.
That's brutal.
He did.
That's like really brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he hasn't done that much this year though. Like, I mean, that happens. But all right, we're 15 minutes into the show. Let's get into the rest of the games because
fucking sucks. This just sucks so
Burns. Here's the thing. What sucks even more about both of our teams losing is that for both of us, what was a very, very good day of football is completely ruined.
Yep.
There was so much entertaining football the rest of the league.
I didn't even
think about that.
By the way, I have no.
It was to lose.
By the way, I have no commentary on Sunday Night Football. I did not watch a single snap. I did not. I sat in my room and I did not watch football the rest of the night. I don't even know if I'm going to watch Monday Night Football tonight. Well, it's also just like.
I went to go get pizza. Came back, realized I locked myself out. Drove to DC, got my aunt's spare key, drove back, got
it. Wait, you locked out your house?
Grandparents' house.
Dude, how does that happen?
You didn't see this? Okay.
No.
So Ravens game ends, right? And after that,
were you at home or your grandparents' house?
Grandparents' house.
Why were you at your grandparents' house?
Because I'm not watching the game at home. That's not happening. I'm gonna get too much. They hate it when I'm loud and all that. I'm live for the game. No.
So you do your live streams at your grandparents' house?
Well, usually at Michael's house because. But Michael was in PA yesterday, so. But
why was Michael in PA?
Something like it was like a family thing.
Oh.
It was like an actual thing that time.
Oh, so not like a Michael.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like a bullshit Michael thing. He had it was like a family thing that he went to. But yeah, this is. Granted, I mean, the Tucker problem is the Tucker problem, and it sucks. Granted, Tucker has always said throughout his entire career that the 4 toughest stadiums to kick in are the 4 stadiums in the division, just because of the playing surface, the wind, all that. I mean, he has always said that. So, but I mean, it still sucks.
Yeah.
But that being said, he has always said that the 4 toughest stadiums to kick in are Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Cincy. But regardless. Oh, my key.
New York Jets.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the Jets.
I said in the offseason it was either going to be the best take or worst take I've ever had. It's the worst. The Jets are officially dead. They are 100% dead. There is no reviving. There is nothing left. It's so disappointing because of all the weapons they have, all the talent they have, and they're 2-6.
Yep.
Like, you've just got to be fucking kidding me. That is it. They just look bad.
Yeah.
Aaron should retire. Aaron should.
I mean, I thought he was going to, no matter what happened this year. I thought this was his last season, regardless of how this season went.
Yeah, because
I don't know if I was alone in that or not, but I kind of assumed that this was his last year, no matter how this season went.
I thought that if
was I alone in that?
I thought that if it ended up well, that he would do one more. But
yeah, no, I honestly at no point did I believe that.
God, such a bad ending to his career.
But
bad ending.
Here's what it does. It prohibits him from entering into any top 3 quarterback of all time conversation or anything around that level. It in no way, shape, or form makes him not a first ballot Hall of Famer. In no way, shape, or form does it not make him still one of the all-time greats. But it does hold him back from getting to the even highest of high tiers of those quarterbacks. That's what that does. But
yeah. Their season's done, and it's just really disappointing because I feel for Jets fans, man. They had so many expectations coming into this year. So many. And now they just lost to a team that had 0 expectations going into this year. Thank you. Yep. And they're both sitting in the same place. And it honestly, you know what that just shows? It shows what those 2 programs are.
Yep. Organizations.
It shows that those 2 organizations, one of them is just a fucking mess, and it's honestly going to be a mess for forever. Based on how this is going right now, the Jets, I don't know how the fuck you fix anything. I don't know how you do it, man. They just look abysmal year after year after year, even with all this hype around them, everything. They just look bad.
Yeah.
And
maybe don't fire your coach.
Yeah, maybe don't fire a head coach. That's not the best look. But also maybe just play good football. With all the weapons that you have on that team, with how good that defense is, play good football.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It's fucking outrageous, man. It seriously is. And even, I mean, obviously, I was very high on the Jets, and I'm like, dude.
They're your Super Bowl team.
Yeah. I was like, dude, it's about time. It's about time. They have so many weapons, so much talent, and then just straight disappointment. So now the question is, Josh, regarding this and talking down the line, there's no way in hell that the NFL lets Colts Jets be Sunday Night Football, do they? There's no way. There's no way, right?
I doubt it. I highly doubt
it. It can't be. Well, I mean, it's going to come out tomorrow, I believe, right? Because that game's in 2 weeks, so it has to be like tomorrow.
Well, let's look at the options.
There's two of them, actually. You don't even have to pull it up. It's Bears, Packers, or Ravens, Steelers.
What are all the games? Because, hold on, you got to remember, these networks can protect games.
Yep, but it's going to be Bears, Packers, or Ravens, Steelers.
What are the other games that are going on that week?
The only other, really good standout game.
Because if those are the top two games, both of those games are going to get protected by CBS and Fox.
Yeah, but the only other, really good game is
what week is this?
11.
Okay.
Is Chiefs Bills, but that's already
that'll be protected. All right.
Yeah,
so that means Ravens Steelers has a chance.
Yeah. That's already like a national broadcast game at 3:25 on CBS. I believe so.
And Seahawks Niners is at 4:05 on Fox. So I would say realistically, is this game in Baltimore or Pittsburgh? If it's in Pittsburgh, then it's definitely going to be the game that gets flexed.
I don't know.
If it's in Pittsburgh, it's in Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's the game that gets. I think that would be the one they flex.
Yeah, the Bears won yesterday.
Oh, we have a Saturday later in the year. That's right. But it's also the top two teams in the division right now. And it's Ravens.
I don't know. It could be weird. They could also, I don't know what it's going to be. We'll see. But if it's going to get flexed, it has to come out tomorrow, right? I'm not tweaking about that.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 weeks in advance. Okay. That's crazy that week 11 is 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
That's fucking brutal. But yeah, the Jets just suck. I really have nothing to say about New England. It's more so just the Jets suck.
All right, let the chat's talk about Indy. Let's talk about Anthony Richardson.
Bad?
Yeah, problem. It's time to put in Flacco.
My pops is calling me.
It is time to put in Flacco, 100%. But let me remind you, don't give up on Anthony Richardson just yet. If you did not have Joe Flacco, I would not say this. I would not say this if you don't have Joe Flacco, who's obviously a very capable backup. But you have a guy like him. Anthony Richardson is 22 years old. You ready to make you guys feel old? Anthony Richardson. I'm looking at it right now. May 22nd, 2002. All right? This dude is young.
Yeah, he's young, but does he look good, Joshua?
No, he looks awful. I mean, truly terrible. But you can't give up on the dude. He's had 10 starts and he's 20.
We didn't give up on him. He looked like he gave up.
Yeah, saying he got tired. I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, no, we didn't give up, Josh. He gave up.
I don't know what the hell that was.
That's the difference, dude. He said, yeah, I'm tired in the fourth quarter.
Third.
Yeah, in the third quarter. My fault. That's even worse. That sounds like a him problem.
Yeah.
Not really the fans. I mean, I'd rather see Joe Flacco out there. I'm not going to lie. But also at the same time, we did know that Anthony Richardson was going to be a project.
Yeah. Put in Joe. But
yeah,
he, again, yes, that's all correct.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the dude's playing well. I'm not saying in any shape or form the dude's playing well.
No, he is playing dog shit football. But he is young at the same time.
22 years old.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
I'm not going to come out here and say that he's done. He's never going to be good. I can't say that. He has too much talent, too much potential. I can't give up on him. But I can give up on him for the year 2024.
Yeah, no, this year, Colts, what do you do next if you're the Colts? What do you do? I'm not talking this year. I'm talking future. What do you do?
Next year, you bring him back. You're not giving. Don't give up on him. He's too young.
Well, I know. Don't give up on him. But what do you add to this Colts team to help him?
Well, the thing is, he's got a good offensive line. He's got good weapons.
Yeah, he does.
Honestly, what he needs is defense.
Yeah.
So in terms of the offense, he's fine.
That's just the wildest thing to me is that the Colts' whole future literally falls on.
The rookie contract is 5 years. All right. Next year is year 3. Last I checked, the Packers gave Jordan Love some time. He turned out to be all right. You don't need to throw him into the.
I wouldn't say turned out all right.
Sorry, you're right. I won't say he's turned out all right. He's turned out really good.
No, he's turned out
really good.
He's got problems. And now we're starting to see some problems, which is very nice. To see.
The Green Bay Packers are a very good football team.
Organization.
Okay, yes, but they also have a lot of really good players on the team.
They do.
And the fact that Jordan Love got injured in the first quarter, played through it, because he got hurt on the first drive of the game. Yeah. First drive of the game, he got hurt, and he sat and played. He played through it. It wasn't the best game the team's played by any sense of the imagination. But your quarterback got injured in the first quarter, and you were still able to come out and win the game. Can't ask for much more.
Well, it's just weird because they were already in this situation earlier in the year, and Packers offense almost runs better when Malik Willis is on the field.
I wouldn't say that.
At times, it is true, Josh. It is. Trust me, having a lot of eyes on them, dude.
They're running the ball better when Malik Willis is on the
field. And the offense works 10 times better like that. It truly does.
Jordan Love is also making Malik Willis does not beat Houston. The way they played against right. Thank you, Francis. They don't beat Houston.
No.
Jordan Love won them that game.
But I mean, it's just like Malik Willis, man.
Oh, he's playing well.
He is. It's just so weird how they just make it work. It doesn't matter who's there. They make it work.
To your point, it is also the organization they have over there.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
It makes a huge difference, though. Now let's talk. All right. This might be painful for you. But I want to talk about Detroit.
No, I'm fine with talking about Detroit, dude. They're good. They're really good. I'm perfectly fine with talking about Detroit. It's just because I know that we could beat the other two, and Detroit, I basically just ruled it out at this point. Unless the only way that I see us having a shot against Detroit is if they cool down, but I don't see them.
Oh, they're not going to sustain.
Yeah, I know.
The historic offense we've seen the last 4 weeks.
Obviously. But even when they're cooled down, it's like they're still
really good.
Yeah.
You're right. They're not going to sustain what they've done the last 3 weeks, which has been, that's
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Literally, it's historic what we're seeing the last 3 weeks. Yeah. But to see the Lions offense not play well yesterday and put up 52 points is insane.
No, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Now, let's not act like the Lions played poorly on offense. They did put up 52 points. But when you think of a 52-point performance, you don't think of the offensive, showing that we saw yesterday.
No.
That was Jared Goff at 85 yards.
And they put up 50 points. 50. The Titans are also very bad. They are.
I mean, yeah, that take is aged so beautifully for me.
Yeah, they are just bad news, man. Yeah. Bad news. Tankathon is calling their name.
Yep. But
I mean, it's just like right now, dude, you just can't stop Detroit. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't see a way that anybody stops Detroit right now.
Here's the thing. I've seen this story a million times. I've seen this story twice, really.
Yeah.
Don't peak too early.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm kind of thinking.
I have been here twice with my team. I'm not saying they're going to.
Yeah.
Because let's put it this way. If the only criticism for a team is they're playing too well, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So, like, when I say don't peak too early, that's not to say that what you're doing is bad, because, my God, they look incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen it twice. You're going to
slow your roll a little bit. Well, no, not slow your roll. Just make sure that you still got this.
Sustain your roll is really what I'm trying to say.
Yes. Make sure that you still got this energy down the line.
But, man,
and then
they look unbelievable.
Yes.
They play like this. No one's beating them.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, let's talk about a team. Last year, it was the Rams. The team that I could not have been more wrong about was the LA Rams. This year, that team is the Denver Broncos.
They just, wow.
They come here next week.
I'd be a bit worried if I were you, Josh.
Listen, we're 4-1 against winning teams and 1-2 against losing teams. I'd rather play these teams at this point. I'm done with playing bad teams.
That is a crazy stat line. That is an insane stat line.
At this point, I'm so serious. I would rather play Denver than I would rather play New England. Or the Jets. Or the Panthers. No, I'd rather see a team like Denver. Because at least we won't overlook them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same team that has destroyed the Bills, beat the Bengals, beat the Commanders, beat the Bucks, beat the Cowboys, and lost to the Raiders and Browns. So, yeah, I'm part of me is honestly happy that they look as good as they do. But Denver's playing really well. And you guys know I'm a Bo Nix hater. I'm still a Bo Nix hater.
Yeah, I still don't think they saw that. I think that,
but he is improving.
We haven't really
getting better every week.
We haven't really gotten to see like Sean Payton really somewhat have like a squad to coach, and like right now, dude.
I see that. I see Twitch. I got you on that. Keep going.
We're just seeing what's it called? We're seeing what's it called? We're seeing him do his job, man.
Yeah.
We are.
Which is not a bad thing. But what I am seeing is him making good decisions that he did not make this season.
Yeah.
He is improving in front of our very eyes. That's the thing about Bo Nix. And I've never been a fan of him. I still am not fully bought in.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't not acknowledge the fact that we are seeing improvement every single week from him. He seems to be getting better.
Yeah, we are seeing him just better every single week. And it's shocking. It is shocking to see Bo go out there and just do both things. And he's winning football games.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos are winning football games.
Against maybe the best defense in football. I think Bryce Young had his best game yesterday. I didn't expect to say that. When I saw the final score, I didn't expect to say that. I went back this morning and I watched the highlights. Bryce, against a very good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not to say he was amazing. He did have one pick that was real bad. He had 2 picks. One of them was not really on him. The other one was a terrible throw. But
well, yeah.
I would be encouraged if I'm the Panthers organization in terms of what I saw against defense. I was impressed by him.
Yeah, no, he did his thing. He did. They still got fucking smoked because the Panthers.
Well, he still plays for the Panthers, so.
Yeah, no, the Panthers just.
Yeah.
Bad news. Absolutely
very
bad
much
news.
So. You know.
Yes, they did respond well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they did respond well.
How about? Let's see. Oh, I know we got to talk about.
And that is Josh.
Because you know what team I've been asking for this team last couple of weeks. Is that I gave you the hype in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen you look like that team yet. I need to see a game where the Eagles look like the team that I wanted to see.
They look good.
The fact that it was against Cincinnati is even better.
Yeah, but
and it was very helpful. But honestly, before we even talk about the Bengals, my biggest take, because honestly, I don't think the Bengals played that bad of a game yesterday.
Yeah.
I really don't. And I'm going to take every opportunity I can to troll the Bengals. Mm-hmm. I don't really think they played that bad of a game. Philly looked like Philly for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, they did.
They looked really
finally
good.
Looked like you watched it and you went, shit, dude, it's coming together. It's coming together. Seeing Saquon have a day, Jalen Hurts, tush push, steal, Saquon.
3 rushing touchdowns. Thank you very much in fantasy football.
Yep. It was Philly looking like Philly. And you know what? This is the perfect
This is still ridiculous, though.
This is a great time to get hot.
They've scored 0 points in the first quarter.
Yeah. And how many did they score yesterday?
0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, but how many points did they score yesterday total?
37.
37 points in 3 quarters. Now you do got to clean that up.
Yeah. And Cincy's defense is not good.
Yeah. No.
That is worth mentioning.
No, it's bad news. It is bad news.
I said what I'm going to go back to my preseason. I said 9-8 and last in the division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if 9-8 is going to be last in the division, but Cleveland's not going to be like 3-14 anymore. They're going to probably win like 6 to 8 games, somewhere in that range, I would say.
J-Mo!
So, Cincy's going to, I think Cincy's going to have a decent record, but losses like this are going to keep you out of the playoffs. I think. Yep. I think.
Exactly.
Because
you see what Burr was saying yesterday?
I think it remind me
post game saying that they could still make the playoffs. You know,
they can in the AFC this year. This is my next point. Is if you look at the AFC standings right now, I think 9-8 is going to be enough to make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's
a wild card. I think in the NFC you're going to need 10 wins. In the AFC, I think you're going to need 9. So it is still salvageable for them. It's not easy, but it's still doable.
Yeah.
Especially when you have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that does help. That does help because
also, he's always been amazing, but I kind of feel like Jamar Chase has taken his game to another level this year, if that's even possible.
Dude, he looks fun.
Because I've been watching him, and there's something.
Yeah, how are you doing this stream right now?
What?
How are you doing the stream right now?
I assume he's on a cruise now.
He's on a cruise? You are.
Okay. Anyway.
And apparently somebody died on his cruise ship.
That's unfortunate. But,
okay.
Oh, I didn't talk about this. Yeah. Don't have a problem with Derrick Henry being in Wildcat. He's proven to be really good at Wildcat throughout his entire career. Just doing it on 4th and 1 made no sense. That's really my thoughts on that.
Yeah, 4th and 1, you just kind of push him over the line of scrimmage.
We'll see about Genty. But, yeah, Philly looks good. Sustain it. I need to see it for more than 1 week against a defense that isn't as bad as Cincy's. But, hey, Philly, that was very, very encouraging.
Mm-hmm. Like to see it, man. Like to see it.
Let's see. How about
Happy Sport Equinox Day.
Oh yeah.
That is
very
today.
true. And it sucks he's going to be out for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because he's been. Oh, yeah. Cardinals, Dolphins. Ugh. Miami!
Dolphins. Dude, literally, if all games yesterday ended at the beginning of the fourth quarter, my picks would have been so good. And then
by the way,
just fall off a cliff.
Once again, I pick against the Cardinals. They lose. I mean, they win. I pick them to win. They lose.
Yep.
Does that happen every single? Let me look. I'm going to check this. You talk. I'm going to check real quick and see.
That might have happened every single game. But God, dude. The fucking Cardinals, man. So close yet so far. I mean, the fucking Dolphins. Jesus. The Dolphins so close yet so far. They played a decent ball game, man.
They did. They
played a decent ball game.
It was two teams that really needed to win, and they both played like they really needed to win.
The one moment that really stood out to me from Miami is when Tua ran for that first down.
And then slid.
Yep, he slid, and then that crowd got fired up. Everyone got so fired up, dude. It was awesome. That was actually great to see. He was so happy, and then they lose this stupid fucking game. Just unbelievable, man. Seriously unbelievable. This Cardinals team, I'm in the same boat as Josh. I just don't know what the fuck to think of them. I don't. And that's why I'm kind of nervous going into this week.
Yep, I've checked. Week 4, I correctly picked the Lions to beat the Cardinals. Every single other week, I have picked them to win. They've lost. Every time I picked them to lose, they've won.
How much money can I give you to pick the Cardinals this week?
Against the Bears?
Yeah, how much money can I give you to pick the Cardinals?
I actually really don't know who I'm going to pick in that game.
Asshole.
That's a really interesting. Where is it?
It's in Arizona.
That low-key makes me feel better about Chicago.
Yeah. Even though Matt Eberflus is 3-17 on the road during his tenure as Bears head coach.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Maybe not. By the way, picks yesterday. Fans went 11-4. I went 10-5. You went 9-6. Michael, 7-8.
I went what? Hold on.
9-6.
Okay, I'll actually take that. And Michael's in last place per usual.
7-8 for Michael.
Now we're getting back into routine. Michael in last place.
Yep.
It's starting to make sense again.
Agreed.
But yeah. Oh yeah, no, it basically will be a Bears home game in Arizona.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you. Is that the same? I feel like we've talked about this before. In Baltimore, do people like grow old in Baltimore, or do they move somewhere else? And Florida. If so, where do they move?
Florida.
Chicago, it's Arizona, then Florida.
Nah,
and now it's starting to be Tennessee a little bit. A lot of people are moving to Tennessee now. But yeah, it's like Arizona, then Florida. I don't know why Arizona specifically.
Yeah, even the Chargers fans took over Arizona.
Yeah, so it will be like a Bears home game. Yeah. It will be loud. Well, also, I mean, how far is San Diego from Phoenix?
LA. Did you just really make that mistake?
No. I'm talking how far.
Oh, that was intentional.
Yes, that was intentional. How far is San Diego from Phoenix? Because if I'm right about my geographia shit, then I think that it's not that far. Because hold on, let's see.
They're saying 4 to 5 hours.
Okay, because I'm looking right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, San Diego looks, at least on a map, it looks way closer to Phoenix than LA does. Let's see. Because that's why I said that. Because where is their fan base? It's all in San Diego.
Sure.
See, for me, it would take a day and 4 hours to get to San Diego driving, if anybody was curious. Let's see. Yep, San Diego to Phoenix, 5 hours. And then let's do Los Angeles.
I mean, I think back to the NFL draft. Remember that little scavenger hunt me and Michael had? We had to find one fan base from all 32 teams. The 31st fan base that I found and the 32nd fan base and the 31st fan base for both of us was Arizona. That was the fan base that took us the longest to find.
Really?
By far. That was, they by far had the smallest turnout of the draft.
And then there's just Donnie.
Yeah, there is Donnie.
Yeah.
Who, for the record, does not live in Arizona.
No, he's from Iowa.
Right.
He just randomly, which that's how Iowa is. Isn't that so weird how they just like randomly become fans? Like a lot of them are
so crazy that like there are like that whole kind of like the middle of America, like so there's a huge chunk of the country that just has no NFL team near them.
Well, that's why they're so big into their college sports.
Yeah.
That's why. Even if they don't go there, have no connection there, that's why they're so big into it. Is for that reason solely.
It's not I don't know what you mean by Harbaugh agreeing with EDC. I don't know what you mean by that. But in terms of do I see the Ravens trading for a pass rusher? I hope so. That's what I think we need. I'd rather address that in the secondary because I think the secondary has too much talent not to improve.
You got about a week, Joshua.
The pass rush, I don't think has enough talent.
Joshua, you got about a week, and then also on that day, you also have
8 days.
You also have 8 days. Yep, you have one of your best videos of all time also releasing that day. So
I'm
gonna
do some more research into this because if I can, like if it's legal, I'm doing it.
Because it would be like a prank video. It would be fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Listen to this, guys. Okay, we could tell Burns and Berman. This is fine.
Absolutely.
So I came up with this idea. You guys know how Josh does like the street interviews and everything. And I just randomly came up with this. It was me, him, Jack, and Michael. We were all texting, and I'm like,
hold on. Let me just real quick. No, it's not.
Okay. Wouldn't it be the funniest thing ever? Josh on election day goes outside of like a polling place, right? You don't wear any Ravens gear. You just wear regular clothes, like nothing football whatsoever. And Josh goes to
polling place.
What's it called? Josh goes outside the polling place. And then as people walk out, he goes, "Hey, can I come and interview you?" Don't say why, nothing why. And they're all expecting, to be about the election. And then Josh just asked them the craziest football question known to man.
But like, but what Jack put a twist on it was just random question. Like very unrelated, unimportant football question. Like Jack's example was, could Doug Flutie have excelled in the modern era? Like something like that. Like completely random. Like I would say, I'm trying to think, like, who was better for the Ravens in 2017, Kenneth Dixon or Terrence West?
Nobody would know what to say.
Like something like that.
I feel like it would be really funny.
It would be. But apparently there might be some legal concerns. Like you might not be allowed to conduct interviews outside of the polling place.
I think you can. The news does it. The news does it. You can't wear.
They might be like credentialed, is what I'm saying.
Oh, the one thing that you 100% can't do is you can't wear any political attire whatsoever. That's the only thing I know that you can't do.
I wouldn't anyway.
Well, no, I know, but that's the only thing I know you can't do at a polling place.
Right.
Which I have to go and fucking vote, dude. I'm not going on election day. That shit's gonna be a zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, you can literally just walk through the line. There's gonna be, dude, if you go there at a certain time, there's gonna be a mega line of people.
Yeah.
And you could just walk through the line and it would be
that's what I do at the bars when I get those interviews. So I just go down the line.
Yeah. It'll be perfect. But yeah. Let's see.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Trying to think any other games we could talk about here.
I don't know. And to be totally honest, I don't care about any other games. Dude, I'm literally going through like the 5 stages of grief.
Yeah. All right. Monday Night Football. Steelers, Giants.
Yay. Yay.
Go ahead. Make your pick. Pick Pittsburgh.
Yeah, give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game 5-4.
We are not calling this game, no.
No, this does not deserve to be called.
All right, so there you go. I guess that will do it.
Guys, the quick message to the people. Life sucks. It really does. It's horrible, but I realized one thing last night in my sorrow. When I sat there, instead of even turning on Sunday Night Football after that happened, I sat in my car for an hour and 30 minutes maybe, just doing nothing. I just sat there. I was like waiting to leave for Chipotle. I was just tweeting random shit. And then I realized, you know what? I'm going to go and get a nice Chipotle bowl and just watch TV in my bed and not talk to anybody. To my girlfriend, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't like not tonight. She was just like, okay.
I really can't imagine what losing on a Hail Mary. Losing on a Hail Mary is one of those things that, like, no matter how important, not important the game was, like, that's insane.
It was horrible, Josh. But I did realize when I was watching the new episode of The Penguin, which great show on HBO Max. It's actually unbelievable. And I maybe had one of the best Chipotle bowls I've ever had in my life. Never kill yourself. Because even in the darkest moments, guys, you could find life. Even in the darkest moment. Yeah, it is just the most Bears thing ever. It is. And you know what? Just to make the losses worse, because how about college football? You know where I was this weekend? I went to the University of Missouri to visit one of my best friends. And who'd they play on Saturday? Alabama. All this hype, even though Mizzou fucking sucks. And they just get dog walked. They got killed.
Yeah.
So it was just a bad football weekend. And that's how it goes sometimes. But now I'm really nervous about this Cardinals game.
Yeah. It's huge. It's huge for you guys.
If we can somehow win these next two and be 6-3 going into divisional play, I still have a lot of hope. I'm happy.
You should.
Yeah. So, and we have Bulls basketball tonight just to make life even worse.
Nice.
Yeah. Even though I don't get it, dude. They lose their first game, look like dog shit against the Pelicans. Then they go into Milwaukee and beat the shit out of the Bucks. They couldn't miss a shot all night, and it was cool. And then they just suck. So,
all right, that'll do it for episode number 130 of Burns and Berman. We'll be right back here on Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Not 3:30.
Wednesday, I'll be in higher spirits, guys. Wednesday, I'll bring some more energy.
So. 3 p.m. Eastern. We will see you then.
Bears fans, it'll be okay.
I agree.
Also, I can't believe that Charlie Kirk. Do you know who that is, Josh? Political guy?
Yes, I saw your tweet.
I
saw your tweet.
Yes, he is using that play from the Bears game as a political point.
Uh-huh. We already made the picks.
That is how bad the Bears are, guys.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.